Okay, we're going to do a pruning demonstration today. This is going to be on a Cosmic Crisp. This is a 10 by 2 formal system. I believe we have 7 wires on this system. The math is real simple on this. On a 10 by 2 system, the math is really easy. If you want 80 bins per acre, you need 80 apples per tree. If you're looking for 100 bins per acre, which we are on this block, we're looking for 100 apples per tree. The way that math works out is we really want to fill the space in our wires. So this tree space is, halfway in between. So it's from here to here. So that position from here to here that belongs to the space that belongs to this tree, I want to have basically 6 apples on each of these positions. So that's 6, 6, 6, 6, all the way up the tree. Same thing on this side, so that'd be 6 times 6 is 36. That's 72 apples if we made it to the 6 wire, and that's about where we're at right here. Plus another 10 or 15 apples on the column, so that's 82, 90 apples. That's about 90 bins to the acre. That's pretty good production, and that's what we're looking for in these formal systems like we have right here. This is a formal V-trellis system, 10 foot by 2 foot. When I say formal, that means I like to get everything on the wire, and I like it to be 2-dimensional. This is a V-trellis system, so we don't really want anything on the back side of these limbs. We want to be able to get a lot of sunlight through this tree. The other thing that we want to ensure on these trees is that our windows remain open. The windows, once the limb is up here on the wire, just put it up here so that we can see. Once the limbs are all on the wire, this is the window. Everything in here is the window, and that enables sunlight to get through to the other side. Once you have the wires full, this is a pretty simple system. I don't like anything coming down off the limb. Sap flows up, sap doesn't flow down. So anytime you force sap to flow down, you're probably going to end up with an inferior, most likely a small apple. So I'll normally get started by going down the bottom of the limbs and removing stuff off the bottom of the limbs. So anything that's headed down, you don't always have to remove it. This one's coming off to the side. I don't mind them if they're coming off to the side because that apple will hang down, and that'll be a pretty nice apple. So I'm going to remove this stuff headed down like I talked about. Work my way right across the limb. Here we go. Here's some more over here. I don't mind if they come off to the side. You can leave an apple on there. That's no problem. But I am working this stuff that's coming off the bottom, making sure that the wire's full. Again, coming off to the side, that's no problem. If they don't have an apple up here, I have to remember one of the rules, keep the window open. So I'm going to bring that down to about 2 buds and keep those short. And I'm going to go all the way along this limb doing that. Like to cut this right about here, but I see a real nice apple right there. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it right above that apple and leave that apple. What we're looking for on these is, since I need 6 apples from here to here, that means I want an apple here, and then a space, and then another apple, and a space, and another apple, and a space, and another apple. So you want to make sure that they're spaced out so they get plenty of sunlight. This entire space from tree to tree should have 12 apples on it. 6 for this tree and 6 for this tree. So again, I don't mind if they come off to the side. That's good. But I don't want them going down. So I'm going to work my way right down this limb, shorten those up to 2 buds. Same thing down on the bottom. I'm going to go take the stuff off the bottom, and if they're coming up or off to the side, I'm going to cut them to 2 buds, real short. Keep the windows open. That's headed down. I'm going to get rid of that. That's off to the side. I like that. There you go, 2 buds. What are we going to do with that? That's headed down. We're going to remove that. There we go. 2 buds. So basically those 2 wires are finished now. Same thing up top. I'm going to go down this side right here. 2 buds, 2 buds, 2 buds, all the way down through here. And we're going to cut those at 2 buds. There can be exceptions. That's a little longer than I like, but it has a nice apple on the end of it, so I'm going to leave that there. 2 buds. I like that. Coming off to the side, either side, they're just fine. That's nice to have that apple coming off to the side right there. There we go. Now let's talk about the column real quick. We've already established that we're going to take the stuff off the bottom of the wire. We're going to 2-bud everything on the top of the wire or coming off to the side. We like those. Making sure that our window is open, which it is. Window is open. That's real nice. That's what we're looking for all the way up this tree. And then we get to the column. We want to make sure that we end up with 10, 12, 13 apples on this column here. So we're going to go right up this column, and we're going to 2-bud everything on this column and trying to leave a few apples on it. So we can break that rule a little bit if we're trying right like this. trying hard to leave an apple on there. There's a nice apple, we're gonna leave that. But for the most part, we're gonna two bud those all the way up the column, looking to identify apples as we go up. Apple, apple, apple. There's a lot of apples on this tree. Gonna be a nice crop on here this year. Work our way down the bottom of that, and the side of that. There we go, two buds, all the way down. That lays down on the wire. So basically that's it. Gonna work our way all the way up the column, leaving two buds. We're gonna work it up the top of the wire, two buds, or off to the side, two buds, and removing anything that comes off of the bottom so that we're opening up these windows and getting a lot of sunlight into the tree. That's basically how you prune a formal V-trellis 12 by 3 system. That's basically how you do it. And yeah.